What up, fighters and fight fans? Just thought we're coming to you with a quick detail. Wanted to add in, in terms of hand placement, positioning of when you're throwing punches defensively, things like that. Things to keep in mind. See a lot of young fighters and even a lot of MMA fighters, and maybe it's a little different for MMA. I have my own thoughts on that, but the positioning of your right hand when you're in your fighting stance. A lot of times, obviously, there's a lot of people who fight with it dropped. That's probably the worst thing you could possibly do. But really, my thing here today is about the difference between having that thing glued to the side of your cheek versus in front, right? I tend to like to have it in front. I think a lot of disciplined defensive fighters are going to have that in front. And there's a couple of reasons why. First, I'll talk about why having it on this, glued to the side of your head, kind of an old school traditional thing, is a little tough. Number one, what I see a lot for fighters who tend to fight like this traditionally with this on the side of their head is not only does it make when I see straight line punches coming, 9 times out of 10, I see them extend like this, right? The punch is coming towards their face, and because this hand is over here, there's a little bit of time. There's a little bit of a lag between here and here. And so what happens a lot of times is I see them start to extend because they're determining the timing of that punch, right? The other thing too about having this here is when I drop to make that block, where's my hand? My hand is already cocked and loaded for that uppercut. Boom, 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 and then I can shoot straight, right? So the delay that it causes in having that hand on the side of your head versus in front, I mean, the only main difference is if I'm catching a kick or a punch from this side, that's all it takes, right? Very easy to make that difference, but the advantages of being able to catch straight line punches for counters and have a really nice shell defense for a block here and go straight into my counter punches without having to come from an awkward angle is, I think, is well worth it. So give it a try, work around different positions of where you're holding that hand, but just understand it feels great throwing straight line punches from here. It feels like I'm really able to sit down quite a bit better because I'm not throwing it from the peripheral and relying so much on the shoulder joint to do that work. A lot of that is literally coming from the core of my body outward. So work that detail into your fighting stance. Let me know in the comments if it makes any sort of difference or if you like it or don't like it, any additional pros and cons you might know. But other than that, talk to you guys next time.